we have a coordinate diagram. We have 16 points marked on our diagram. Louise picks 1 point at random from the 16 points marked with a dot in the diagram. She then finds the equation of that line. So now she could go from that. She then finds the equation of that line that goes through that point that she's picked and through 0, 0. Okay, so we're going through 0, 0 and whatever point she's picked. So let's say she's picked this point here. She'd find the equation of that line. Find the probability that Louise's line has a slope that is greater than 1. Well, if we're looking at probability, we're looking at favourable outcomes. Now, there's plenty of easier ways to say it. The outcome that you want over total possible outcomes. So if I'm rolling a dice and I want 6 to come up, well, what's the total possible number of outcomes? Well, on a dice, there's 6 different sides, and you want the number 6 to come out. So that's the one you favour, the one that you want. So in that situation, it would be 1 out of 6. So we need to have a look at here. What I think the easiest thing for me to fill in here, actually, to get even attempt marks, is the total number of outcomes, which, whether you count it there or you read it there, there's 16. And then find the probability that there's a slope greater than 1. Now, if we look at this, rise 1, run 2, no, that's not a slope greater than 1. So I'm going to go with a different colour pen here, and let's look at this one. Rise 1, run 1. Okay, that is a slope of 1, but I'm looking for a slope that is greater than 1. I'm going to go for a different colour pen. So from here to here, so that's 1. Can't pick any of these points here, so that'd be the same. No, can't pick that one, can't pick that one. They'd all be a slope lower than 1. They'd all be a slope of 1. And these would all be lower than 1 as well. So we're looking at just, there's one option, or there's another option, or there's another option. There. Okay, so it looks like we have, if I count all of those up, it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 16. And we're always going to give our answer in its simplest form. So that's 3 out of 8. Next question. Triangle has a base of length 2x and a perpendicular height of x plus 3. So you can see that in the diagram. And the area of the triangle is 10 centimetres. Well, you either know from primary school that the area of a triangle formula is half base by perpendicular height, or you go to your log tables and you see that that is written there as half a times h. So you can see in the diagram that they have in the log tables that that's what they've called a, your base, and this is your perpendicular height here. They've called it h. So if you're familiar with your log tables, this should have been a really nice question to even just start off and fill in. So area of a triangle is mentioned, and it is 10. The area of the triangle is 10. So that's half of a, which happens to be a 2x in this situation, times x plus 3, and that gives me 10. Now, if you were thinking of, right, what's a half times 2 times 10? So we do the half of the 2 maybe, and then we just get that answer and multiply it by 10. So just be very careful as to how you work this out. I saw some people multiplying the half by that and the half by that. No, think about it. If this was a half and this was 10 and this was 20, you'd go a half times 10, oh, that's 5. 5 times 20, 100. From whatever way you want to think about it, but just be very careful that when you're working that out, what's a half times 2x? It's just x times x plus 3, which gives me x squared plus 3x is equal to 10. They want me to find the distance x. Now, I'm just using my algebra to figure it out. You could use trial and error, but I would prefer to use maybe my minus b formula. But in order to use my minus b formula, I have to have 0 on the right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. And I end up with that. You can either get your minus b formula, fill it in, or you could factorize. Sorry, that's an x squared there. What are your factors of 10 subtract to give you 3? So you could go into the box method here, whatever way you do this. Or as I said, the minus b formula. I have x minus 2x. And x is common there. X plus 5 minus 2. So we get, these are your factors if you had done it this way. All that makes sense yet. There, all seems to work out fine, is equal to 0. And then x plus 5 is equal to 0. So I subtract 5 from both sides. X is equal to minus 5. And x minus 2 is equal to 0. So x is equal to, when I add 2 to both sides, x is equal to 2. And I need to just check here. Is it possible that x could be a minus 5? Well, what's 2 times minus 5? Minus 10. Is it possible that length is a minus? No. So I need to get rid of this solution. It's not possible here. Okay, it's not possible to have a minus distance. So if I had minus 5 plus 3, that would be a length of minus 2. No, there is no such thing as a length of minus 2. So that's why I'm saying this is my only solution here. 2, and I'm just going to put it in as centimetres. An equilateral triangle, so x, y, and z. So x, y, z, equilateral. Equilateral means all 3 sides are the same, all 6 in length. Write down the size of the angle x, y, z. So they want me to start at the point x, go to the point y, and finish the point z, and they want me to tell them that angle there. Well, every angle in an equilateral triangle is 60 degrees. Work out the length of the perimeter. Well, if one of the sides is 6 and it's equilateral, it's 6 plus 6 plus 6, which is 18 centimetres. So that's the perimeter. And then last bit here, Maria plays a game using the triangle XYZ. She flips a coin and moves the counter in the direction from X to Y to Z. Okay, so that's what the arrows are showing me there. If she gets heads, she moves the counter 6 centimetres. But if she gets tails, she moves the counter 12 centimetres. Okay, so if she gets heads in the first one, so she's starting at X. If she got heads, she'd be at Y. If she got tails, she'd be at Z. Okay, at the start of the game, she's at X, grand. She gets tails on the first 4 flips. Okay, so if she gets tails on the first flip, she's at Z. That's her travelling 12. And she got tails again. So she's here. And she got tails again. So she travels 12. And she got tails again. She's at Z.